Or no?
3.
Hi, my name is Jessie Thomas. I'm a senior at Billings Senior High, and we're doing chemistry videos, and mine's on the chemistry of candy corn. Candy corn consists of sugar, water, and corn syrup, marshmallows, and fondant. Fondant is a sweet, creamy icing that is made from sugar, water, and corn syrup. Fondant can come in many different colors and flavors. They make candy corn in large kettles. Then they put them into molds that form the triangular shape of candy corn. The main chemicals, compounds, and components of candy corn is sugar, which is the first ingredient on the food label of candy corn, which is sucrose. The molecular formula is C12H22O11. The next ingredient on candy corn is corn syrup, which the formula name for corn syrup is glucose. The molecular formula is C6H12 and O6. How chemistry is involved in making candy corn is that the sugar used to make candy corn is sugar we get from sugar beets. They come from a plant called sugar beets. When they are ripe, they are ready to become sugar, which we send them to the refinery, which we call the sugar beet factory. Sugar plays the main role in making candy corn, since candy corn is pretty much made up of pure sugar. Corn syrup is another ingredient in candy corn. Corn syrup is made by starch and maize. Maize, which is corn that grows in fields as a crop. Corn syrup is used to make corn to make the texture smooth. Corn syrup is used to make corn to make the texture smooth and soften it. It also helps it to crystallize, enhance the flavor, and helps maintain the food's freshness and gives it color. The background of candy corn is that candy corn was invented in 1880 by George Ringer from the Wonderly Candy Company. Then the Goulet's Candy Company started making candy corn in the 1900s. They still make them today. Goulet's Candy Company is located north of Chicago. In the olden days, the workers mixed the ingredients in large kettles, and today we have machines that make candy corn for us. It takes about 5 days for the candy corn to go through the process for making it. And now I'm going to show you how to make candy corn. First, you have to grab 1 cup of sugar, 2½ cups of light corn syrup, 1/3 cup salted butter. I'm going to show you how to make candy corn. So first we have to have 1 cup of granulated sugar, and then we have to have 2⅓ cup of light corn syrup. Now we need 1⅓ cup salted butter, and I'm going to cut it right at the 3rd line. And then we need to have 2½ cups of confectional sugar sifted. That was the powdered milk. And now we have to have 1/3 cup powdered milk, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we have to have red and yellow food coloring to give the candy corn the color. And now we have to mix the combined confectioner's sifted sugar and powdered milk, and stir that around. Mix it all together so you can't see any of the milk. And the corn syrup, and And now we have to put the 1/3 cup butter. And then we need to put it, stir it all together and put it on the stove till it reaches boiling. Okay, this is what it looks like right now on the stove, the corn syrup, sugar, and butter. We're just waiting for it to boil a little bit more. Then we have to take it off the heat and add the vanilla. So it looks like it's been boiling pretty good now. It's boiling pretty well. We probably have about 2 minutes left, so we'll just keep stirring it. Okay, now I'm going to take it off the heat, and we need to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, I'm going to add this into the 3 equal bowls so it will cool faster. And I'm going to add the dye to them so that they will mix easier. Because it'll probably be easier to mix when they're hot rather than cold. Okay, I'm going to add the food coloring right now, 2 to 3 drops of yellow in this one. And then to make orange in this one, so I'm going to do 2 drops of red. 3 actually, and then 2 of yellow, and this will be the center part of the candy corn. And you have to leave one of them white so that you have the top of the candy corn, because they consist of white, yellow, and orange. So there we have yellow. And then I'm going to start mixing the orange together. We may have to add 1 more drop of yellow, so it looks more orange. Chilled our candy.
Go.
We've chilled our candy corn for an hour, and now we're ready to begin putting it into ropes and rolling it out with a rolling pin. So first I'm going to take the white dough right now and get it rolled out so it's kind of thin. And I'm rolling on wax paper so that it doesn't stick to the table. I'm going to stretch it out a little more because it's not rolling as much as I want it to. Okay, so there we have the white one. And then now we need to do orange.
Two, three.
Okay, I'm rolling it on the countertop now because the parchment paper wasn't working as well. So now the orange is done. And then we need to get the yellow out. Alrighty, and then now we're going to lay out the parchment paper. I'm going to roll the white one out a little more, so that's as long as the other ones. Okay, and then now we need to pinch them together. So I'm pinching them together so that they make the color of the candy corn. Okay, so now that we have all the three colors lined out like they're supposed to be, we need to take a knife and make the triangular shape. So cut it right here. And there's one right there. I'm going to cut it this way for the second one, and so on. And you can make the candy corn as thick as you want. And then we have our candy corn, and now you can separate them. Out, and we have our candy corn.
Three.
Okay, in the process of making candy corn, we put together a cup of granulated sugar, 2/3 cup light corn syrup, 1 1/3 cup of salted butter, 2 1/2 cups of conventional sugar, which is powdered sugar, and then 1/3 cup of powdered milk and 1 teaspoon vanilla. And we added red and yellow food coloring so that they would make the color orange. And here's what they turned out like. And as we were mixing the sifted sugar and powdered milk, and we set that aside, then we added it to the sugar and corn syrup and butter, which was on the stove. And when we mixed those together, both of the liquids, they created a dough, which we used. Turned out like this, each color. And then we got them to be like those candy corns. And that's it.